Light up a lucky, it's light up time.
Be happy, go lucky, it's light up time.
For the taste.
Edward Bernays, nephew of Sigmund Freud, fundamentally altered the way the modern world worked. His contributions to the field of advertising were so monumental that he reshaped how humans thought, how we ate, how we voted. He inspired the power to destroy countries and topple rulers. He changed the course of human history, for the worse. On the basis of his uncle's research, Bernays believed that humans were violent, irrational creatures that repressed animalistic urges on a daily basis. However, these urges could be controlled if led by the correct, gentle hand. If you could project a sense of self onto the unwashed mob, you could control their interests, their hobbies, their beliefs. If you could create some kind of silent government of wise men to promote that sense of self, you could easily dictate every facet of the common person's life. But how could you engineer mankind's sense of self? Consumption was the key. Products, news, entertainment, each needed to be laced with intent and designed for connection. You needed to create a culture where man's wants outshined his needs. Of course, man's wants would never truly be his own. He would be told what to want in order to assimilate into a societal norm. While the Council of Wise Men was a broad leap, the sense of self was not. Bernays quickly found success in appealing to mankind's more primitive instincts through advertisement.
Stop! Start smoking with a smile.
Bernays' most well-known campaign was his Torches of Freedom promotion. Cigarette companies realized that they were missing out on half of the market because it was taboo for women to smoke. So Bernays painted cigarettes in a new light as torches of freedom for the feminist movement. This strategy worked with flying colors, cementing Bernays as a pillar in the advertising industry. He was also approached by the Betty Crocker Company to fix a similar issue where housewives refused to buy instant cake mix. Bernays' solution was to complexify the recipe. With the simple addition of an egg, he theorized, a housewife would be able to overcome the guilt of not baking a cake from scratch because she'd added her own ingredient. Yet again, his strategy worked.
And remember, those fresh eggs added to Betty Crocker cake mixes help give that special homemade goodness.
In another instance, he was able to fabricate the idea that breakfast was the most important meal of the day while promoting the sale of low-quality pig meat. He had thousands of physicians sign off on a study that basically said a healthy breakfast was better than an unhealthy one, and also promoted the idea that protein was part of said healthy breakfast. Of course, right after that, bacon, a low-quality cut of the pig, was rebranded as a breakfast time staple. Unsurprisingly, his ideas worked yet again. Each of the former examples crux upon one thing: identity. The women smoked cigarettes because they were feminists. The housewives bought cake mix because they were bakers. The people ate bacon because they were healthy. These things were just labels, but they weren't something that needed to be earned. They were something that needed to be bought, then displayed. Bernays' ideas only escalated from there, from marketing to politics to war. His influence was omnipresent. Eventually, he was asked by the United Fruit Company to assist them in regaining control of Guatemala from a new government that wanted to resist the stranglehold America had on the country. Over the course of a year, Bernays lobbied a fear campaign against the new Guatemalan government. Once they had the support of the American people, the CIA was able to stage a coup and place a puppet dictator in charge of the country. Incidents such as these are not isolated exclusively to Bernays. His work spread far past his prime and even his lifetime. Now it is simply normal for companies to research what colors make people the hungriest, or market war propaganda to teens, or encourage you to discard what you have in favor of owning something new, regardless of how identical the new is to the old. We are not in danger of falling into a wants-based society. We are one. This is irreversible, and we have one man to thank.
Time.